It was just another late shift at that dusty old gas station on the edge of Willow Creek. The kind of night where the fluorescent lights buzz like angry bees and the air smells like spilled diesel and regret. Mia Sanchez, wiping grease off my hands, thinking about nothing but getting home to Abuela's caldo de pollo when I heard the scuffle. These three punks dragging this quiet girl, Sophie, across the lot like she was some kind of trophy. She was huddled against the ice machine, book clutched to her chest, and the leader, Kyle Vance, this smug high school quarterback with a chip on his shoulder bigger than his ego, shoves her hard. What's it like being the spawn of those road rats, huh? Your dad's gang thinks they own this town. His buddy snickering, shadows stretching long under the neon, and something in me just snapped, because I'd seen enough of that crap growing up, kids picking on outsiders to feel big. I didn't plan it. Dropped the hose mid-pump, boots pounding pavement, yelling, "Hey, back off her." And Kyle wheels around, eyes narrowing like I'd just ruined his fun, swings a fist that catches my lip, blood exploding in my mouth, tasting like copper and fury, but I stagger, wipe it away, plant myself between them, heart hammering, thinking of Dad's old stories about standing up when no one else would, before he shipped out and never came back. "You heard me." I spit, voice shaky but steady. "Leave her alone or deal with me." And Kyle laughs, calls me pump jockey hero, his pals circling like wolves. But Sophie's eyes behind me, wide with shock, maybe gratitude. Fuel may grab a tire iron from the ground, knuckles white. "Try that again. I dare you." The tension thick as the humid night air, cars whizzing by on the highway, one slowing like they might help, but speeding off instead. Kyle hesitates, spits, "This ain't over, freak." And they slink away, tires screeching, leaving me trembling, lip throbbing, Sophie dabbing at my cut with a napkin, whispering, "You didn't have to." But I did, because nobody should feel that alone, especially not in a town like Willow Creek, where folks whisper about the Desert Wolves bikers like they're the boogeyman, all because of some old land dispute over the outskirts where the club built their clubhouse, cutting into local ranchers. Prophet Skiles' dad being one of them, always stirring up HOA meetings about those outlaws stealing our community. That night dragged on, every headlight making me jump, Abuela pressing ice to my bruise, muttering, "Mija, you're too much like your father, heart first, head later." And I lay awake, replaying it, the fear mixing with this weird pride, wondering if I'd just poked a hornet's nest. Dawn broke gray, and that's when the rumble started low at first, like distant thunder, building until the windows shook, glasses rattling in the sink, 50 Harleys storming the lot, chrome flashing in the weak sun, engines growling like beasts waking up. I froze behind the counter, rags slipping from my fingers as they cut the motors in unison, silence hitting like a punch, boots hitting pavement, leather vests with wolf patches gleaming, and in the center, this guy dismounts, salt and pepper hair tied back, tattoos snaking down arms like stories etched in ink. Jack Harlan, Sophie's dad, president of the Desert Wolves, the man whose name made half the town cross the street. He pushes through the door, bell tinkling absurdly cheerful against the tension, strides right up, eyes locking on my swollen lip. "You're Mia Sanchez," voice gravelly, like he'd smoked a lifetime of regrets, and I nod, throat dry, as Sophie slips in behind him, glancing at me with that unreadable mix of awe and worry. "Sophie told me what went down," he says, stepping closer, leather creaking, rain from last night still beating on his boots. "Most folks look away, but you jumped in, bled for my kid." And I mumble, "Someone had to," feeling small under his gaze, but he nods, measuring me like I was more than just a gas station kid. Then he turns, voice booming for his crew crammed in the doorway. "This girl's got guts. Stood for one of ours when this podunk town turned blind." Ripples of nods, murmurs, respect rippling through them like a wave, because in their world, courage isn't cheap, it's everything. He shakes my hand, grip like iron. "Protecting mine means you're under our wing now, kid, consequences and all." And outside, engines roar to life, shaking the ground, a promise echoing as they roll out, leaving me dazed, the town gawking from across the street. Phones up, gossip already igniting like wildfire. Word spread faster than a brush fire in Augustby School that afternoon. Halls buzzing, gas girls tangled with the wolves now. Shook Jack Harlan's hand, friends ghosting me like I was radioactive. Kyle shooting glares but keeping distance, his crew whispering about how the bikers stole land his family claimed, fueling his hate for Sophie, seeing her as the symbol of it all. Sophie sits with me at lunch, sketchbook open, fingers stained with charcoal. You shouldn't have. Mia now they're after you too, but I shrug. Let him talk. You're not alone anymore. Yet inside, doubt creeps in. This weight of eyes everywhere. Teachers pausing mid-lecture. The principal pulling me aside. Keep it low-key. Parents are nervous about. Associations. Nights blurred into whispers at the diner. She's mixed up in biker crap now. Strings attached, Abuela defending me sharp as a knife. But the isolation gnawed, like I'd traded one bully for a town's worth. All rooted in that old feud where the wolves bought cheap land during a drought, undercutting locals like Kyle's dad who lost bids, turning resentment into poison aimed at anyone connected. Tension simmered until the Willow Creek Harvest Fair, supposed to be hayrides and pie contests. But the air crackled like a storm brewing, folks milling under string lights, mayor droning about unity. When someone shouts, "What about her?" Bringing those thugs into our streets, heads turning, Kyle up front, smirking, gas girls hiding behind outlaws. Think you're safe now, Sophie? Your dad's pack stole our land, wrecked livelihoods. Maybe you should all ride out. Crowd murmuring, anger swelling, Sophie paling beside me. My fists clenching as words fly like daggers. She's trouble. Get her out. And I snap back. Back off. Killiary the coward cornering girls, but the mob edges closer, fear twisting into rage. Then the rumble hits engines thundering down Main. Lights piercing the dusk, dozens of Harleys rolling in, parting the crowd like Moses and the sea. Jack dismounting slow, deliberate, striding to the stage as Kyle shrinks, grin fading. He grabs the mic. Nah, doesn't need it. Voice cutting through. This town yaps about safety, but when my daughter got jumped, it wasn't your sheriff stepping up, it was her. Pointing at me. Gasps rippling, bled for a stranger while you all averted ice. That's real guts. Not this petty land grudge you've nursed for years, blaming us for buying what was fair game. Crowd freezes, Kyle paling as Jack towers over him. You say she should leave? Nah, she belongs more than cowards like you. Engines revving in sync, a wall of sound shaking chests. Warning clear. Touch them. Answer to us. Silence falls heavy as they cut off. Jack turning to me soft. We don't want your fares, just respect for those who earn it. Then they roll out, leaving the square stunned, some glaring, others nodding ashamed, the tide shifting just enough. But it didn't stop there. Weeks later, my little brother Tommy's heart surgery loomed. That valve defect he'd fought since birth. Doc saying it was now or never. And as Abuela drives us through the rain-slicked dawn, engines growl behind, the wolves emerging from fog, flanking our car like guardians, Jack waving gloved hand. Tommy's eyes light up. Are they for me? And yeah, they were, escorting us to the hospital, parking lot thundering with their presence. Nurses peeking out as we wait those endless hours. Abuela praying rosary, Sophie sketching beside me. Tension coiling until the surgeon emerges. He's good, pulled through strong. And outside, bikes roar triumph, a victory howl echoing. They stuck around for Tommy's release too. Jack lifting him into a sidecar, tough kid, like your sis, rolling us home in formation, town lining streets. All mixing with whispers, that land feud seeming smaller against this raw loyalty. Willow Creek changed after that, not overnight, but the glares softened, some folks nodding at Abuela in the store, Kyle slinking away defeated, his family's grudge exposed as petty next to real courage. Me? I sat on that curb nights later, Tommy dozing nearby, Sophie sketching wolves under stars, realizing one split-second choice stepping into fists for a stranger bound us all, turned outsiders into family, shook a town from its prejudices. But here's the thing that still nags: was it right? Pulling in the wolves, blurring lines between protection and intimidation? Did it heal Willow Creek or just paper over cracks, leaving folks wondering if loyalty like that comes at a cost? What do you think? Was Mia in the right, standing up and accepting that shadow? Or did it stir more trouble than it solved? Drop a comment below. Share your take on community feuds, justice, or when courage crosses into chaos. Love hearing your stories. Hit subscribe if this hit home, and let's keep the convo going.